Hi guys, it's me. How are all of you? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well. So today is January 31st. Finally, the end of the month. Oh my God, I tell you, January is the longest month ever. And I think we're all glad that it's over. Oh, fine. It feels like instead of 31 days, it was like 95. So yes, I thought that because it's my day off, let's just film a January flip through. Also because this is my first flip through in my Hobonichi, my very first Hobonichi, first flip through. So I'm very emotional. And I have a lot to say. Okay, let's just put it that way. I have a lot to say. So yes, let's just start. Um this is my cover, which every time I look at it, I get hypnotized because I think it turned out so nice and pretty and so me. So I like that. And let's open it. Let's see. I don't actually remember what I showed you in my previous video, but I think I did show you this. There's nothing new over here. I didn't add anything. I did add a sticker down here, a Louis Vuitton sticker, because if you subscribe to my channel, which I obviously hope you are, you might have seen my previous video, which was a Louis Vuitton unboxing, and because it was a special edition, we got stickers. So us journal lovers were very happy about that. And yeah, this part of the journal I don't really use that much, but I like to have the option. Over here is also, okay, remember when I first told you that I was going to like plan my work schedule over here, days I go to the office, days that I'm on leave, days that, I'm off from work, whatever. Well, this part, I mean, I'm still using my Hobo weeks. Love my Hobonichi weeks so much. One of the best things I bought. So I didn't know what to use on this like kind of layout. So I thought of putting birthdays. Simply birthdays, when I have my beauty treatments, the works. So yes, that's that. And I did it for the first 6 months. I need to do it over here as well. And then this was my December spread, my monthly spread, which I have to say turned out really nice. And then this is my January spread. Let me take out these little post-its because I have been using little post-its instead of the tags, the tags that you put over here. I don't like those tags. I feel that they give the journal a very like professional work type look, and I don't like that. I mean, if I have to find a certain thing, I'll just flip through the pages and find it, or use post-its, which are just, so easy. And this is my January spread. What do you think? Do you think it came out nice? I think it did. One thing that I have to say is I try to use the Tombow marker, the Fuden, oh my God, okay, that one over there, with the soft tip and the hard tip. I've come to the conclusion that I don't like it that much. I don't know how other girls, I mean, good for them. They, do nice and beautiful letterings with that Tombow. My handwriting with that Tombow sucks. Pretty much sucks. So, but I started using it in the beginning, so I thought, you know what, let me just stick through it and continue with the rest of the month. But I'm pretty sure that in February, I will go back to my ordinary ballpoint pen because yes, it's not super black. I mean, obviously it doesn't stick, the writing doesn't stick out or show off much like this one, but I like my handwriting much more than this. So yes, but nonetheless, I like the fact that, I managed to find a sticker for every day, and it's basically like a summary or a highlight of the day. And I like it. I like it a lot. This is another sticker from the Louis Vuitton thing. And yeah, I finished. I mean, obviously, I will, because I'm going to do a flip through also of my daily pages. There's no point in me, talking you guys through every day. But yeah, I like the fact that it's, full of stickers, and I love it. Then over here, I put like my goals for the month, which was finish A Court of Mist and Fury, which I did. start meal planning, which is like a more chic way of saying start dieting, which I did. And then the usual budgeting. Shopping, I didn't do much shopping. Although what I did was big, but the usual Amazon parcel. I did a little bit of shopping on this Italian website for some sale because the winter sales started. So I did buy something over here. I got my Nestum, which I don't know if you know Nestum, but if you're from Asia, you know Nestum. And I love Nestum. Even though I'm 44 years old, I love Nestum for breakfast. And then my Louis Vuitton sneakers. So yeah, that's that. This is my January monthly, and we will see how February turns out. But yeah, I have to say, these monthly pages I really, really like. I think it's a nice picture. It's a nice photograph of how the month went. So yes, I like this part of the journal, and I can't really say the same, oh my god, for the weeklies. Okay, by the way, I managed to finish the whole set of the January, oh my god, I'm having a brain fart. The Coffee Monsters Co. Okay, the January kit. There were 3 pages, and I managed to finish all of them, just except for these little bits. So what I did is I decided to take off like the whole contouring and just use this page. Like it's a release. It's called like a sticker release page, where I can stick all my extra stickers and use them whenever. So that's handy. Okay, but before talking about the weeklies, in this monthly over here, which is like the 2026 monthlies, I decided to do swatches of my Tombos. These are not all my Tombos. I still have a few to go through, but I thought it was just nice to, have a look. If I obviously don't remember the numbers and things, but yeah, I think it's useful to have like a swatch page of all your markers if you want. So I need to finish that. And let's do the weeklies, guys, because the weeklies have not been fun. This is a part of the agenda that, it's just so ugly that, I'm showing you just because I want to share the struggle. So the 30th and 21st of December, I did a little bit of journaling because I wanted to switch in my Hobonichi. So instead of journaling in my Planner Monkey Co. Journal, I left that and did my journaling directly in here. And then I started, January 1st over here. And I was like, what do I use these pages for? You know why? Because obviously the weekly pages are for planning. And I don't do planning in this journal. I don't need to plan my day on an hourly basis because this one starts at 5 a.m. and it finishes basically at, 4 the next morning. So I do not need to plan my day on an hourly basis. It's just something that I don't need. So when I started these weekly pages, I was lost because I didn't know what to write. I thought maybe I could write when I work, my working days, but what's so great in that? Then I thought I could write maybe what I'm watching on TV. So, Tell Me Lies, Silo, Missing You. But then I wasn't liking that either. So I continue writing, my office days. And then I thought I could write what I eat for lunch and for dinner because, I'm meal planning. And then maybe, obviously on the weekends I have more to write. But it's a struggle. It's something, I see this as something extra. It doesn't come naturally to me. It's not fun. Or at least with this sort of a layout. I'm in the month of February, I'm going to change it up and see how I can, make it a bit more fun. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. The thing is, I don't need this sort of, hourly planning. I'm already journaling in my daily pages, so I don't really know what to write. What's something extra that I can write over here besides, what I'm eating for lunch and for dinner. So yeah, I need to finish this week. But yeah, not I'm not feeling it. Let's just put it that way. Not feeling it. Anyway, let's go to the dailies because I feel like the dailies are like the fun part of the Hobonichi. Okay, so this is like the turning the page to a new year spread, and I have yet to finish it purposely. I am purposely leaving a blank space because I'm sure that throughout the year I will find something else to write in here. So that's what I did. My word of the year is cultivate. Because that's what I want to do. And then I wrote a little spread of, why I think cultivate could be my word of the year. Because I want to cultivate and do more things, like cultivate my journaling hobby, which is definitely something relatively new, but in this like more expanded version, it's definitely new. So I want to cultivate my expanded journaling experience. I want to cultivate more other friendships. People that I haven't seen in quite a while because, life gets in the way. Also, like, the kids from my neighborhood, we see them off and on, and sometimes we will, I remember seeing last summer, one of the girls that lived here, and she's like, Lara, we need to plan something, the whole group. And it came to my mind in the end of the year. I said, you know what? This year, I'm going to do like a big like reunion of the neighborhood, the kids of the neighborhood. That would be nice. So that's something I want to do. I want to start traveling again. And this is actually a quote that I think I heard from Helen from the Coffee Monsters Co. Do what you can with what you have wherever you are. And that's so reassuring. This is a phrase that I like to remember when I'm feeling a bit stressed and agitated. I think that's a nice way to say, just you do you. Whatever you can do, no stress. It's not a race. It's not a competition. It's just, do whatever makes you happy. And then let's start with the January dailies. So I think I showed you this spread for January. Grateful for where I am and excited for where I'm going. I think I did. So let's start with the first daily page. I started using my Hubman and Chop Girl washi stickers, and oh my god, they are so cute. They are slightly textured, like this one over here in particular, slightly textured, and it has like a glitter to it. So pretty. This washi is so me. It's seriously so me. So yes, I could not start the year with a washi like this. I love it. And then I put a picture of this panettone, which is one of the best, if not the best panettone I've ever had. It's, if you ever come to Italy during the Christmas season, you have to get the panettone sal di riso, which is actually from the Amalfi Coast. The chef is from the Amalfi Coast. He has his shop in the Amalfi Coast, and it's the best panettone. I buy it online. I order it online. He has so many varieties, and this is the pistachio one. Oh my god, there's no need for me to tell you how good it is. Actually, we had several panettones. I mean, obviously we have many here in Italy, and I told my mom, this we're gonna leave for last because it's the most delicious and special one. So we left this for last, and it was a great way to start the new year. Yummy. Makes my mouth water to just think of it. Then on January 2nd, I went to get my nails done. I'm actually still wearing them, my pink. I actually had this color done several times because it's a shade of pink that I actually really like. And I wrote run because I was in such a rush. I had to work a little bit in the morning and my appointment was at 10. So it was such a rush, but thankfully I arrived just in time. And I like to do this kind of spread when I go get my nails done. I actually copied it. I was inspired by Amy Y'all. She does the same thing when she gets her nails done. You just an outline of your hand, and I just color the color nails that I got. So yes, that's what I did. Friday, apparently I was super stressed. I'm guessing for work. Io le mie brillante day. Oh yes, I remember. I remember what I did on this day. So I thought, let's store all my Outlook emails, my work Outlook emails of 2024. And I started doing that, and I think something went wrong. I didn't lose anything. Don't worry. I didn't lose anything. But I had to stop midway because it was just too much to handle. And I thought, why am I even doing this? I don't know if it's the same where you work, but for us, our Outlook has almost unlimited storage. So there's no need for you or me to download it on a separate file. Anyway, you can just keep all your emails directly in Outlook. There's no need for, downloading them and keeping them somewhere else like I used to do previous years. And I realized that a bit too late. And I thought, what am I even doing? So this stressed me out a little bit that day. And then the next day was Saturday and winter sales started. And I placed a little order online on this website that is an Italian website called Liugio. It's an Italian brand. And I buy from Liugio only during winter sales because it's a brand that does great winter sales. That will give you immediately a 30% off, 40% off. And I really, really like that. So I was waiting for this day to place my order. I bought 2 sweaters and a sweater dress. Very, very nice. I love things I bought. So that's what I did. And actually for the sales, I didn't buy anything else because that's all I wanted. And I have so many clothes. So I thought, no, we don't need more. Then on the next day, and I like the fact that I didn't do this for the whole month, but when I journal, like in the morning, it's something that I like to write, like 12 a.m. or 10:50 a.m. because I usually journal in the evening. But when I do it in the day, I think it's just nice to note it. Anyway, then on this day, I was writing that on the day before, I watched Fly Me to the Moon. Did you watch that movie? It's on Apple TV with Scarlett Johansson. Do yourself a favor and watch that movie because it's so nice. And I actually wrote the quote, one of the quotes from the movie, and it's actually a true fact. On the leg of the Apollo 11 descent stage is affixed a plaque which reads, "Here men from planet Earth set foot upon the moon. July 1969. We came in peace for all mankind." So that was something very nice that I wanted to write. And then these are the 3 astronauts. We only remember Armstrong's, but actually there was Armstrong, Collins, and Aldrin. So I wanted to write that down in case I forget. So yes, that's what I wrote about on January 5th. Because that's the nice thing about journaling. If you have nothing to write that day because nothing great happened, just write about something you like, about a movie you watched, even if it's few days before. It doesn't matter. Then on January 6th, we celebrate here l'Epifania, which is actually a religious festivity, the Epiphany. But in Italy, for the children and the more like marketing commercial side of the festivity, there is this whole thing that there's a Befana, which we can call like a witch, who flies on her broomstick and brings sweets, candy, or coal to all the children, depending on if they were good or bad, that sort of thing. So yeah, I drew a little broomstick, which came out to be really nice. And then I had these like candy stickers and I put it over here. And then I wrote a little bit of what I did that day, which was nothing much. I did my journaling. Oh, I had, yes, this was the day that my mom went to Rome to visit my sister. So it was just me and my brother at home. And we had McDonald's for lunch. So yes, that's that. And this is a public holiday on Monday. So the majority of people were back to work on January 7th. And apparently it was another stressful day for me. I'm guessing work-related. And then I started watching the Harlan Coben, that's how you pronounce his name, not sure. The new series that Netflix did, Mixing You. Love it. Such a good series. And then January 8th, I went to the office. and back at the office with my favorite girl, referring to my Speedy 30 in the Demier band. I love this bag so much. She is my favorite work bag. She will always be for the rest of times. So this is a picture of my desk and my bag. And then my Liu Joe parcel arrived. It's so nice to go to the office and come back to a parcel. Love it. And then the next day, I was just writing, about the fact that this week I started going back on track when it comes to food and meals and things. Because I don't know about you, but during the holiday, boy, I ate whatever my heart desired. And I don't regret anything. Absolutely do not regret anything, because during the festivities, it's sad to be like, oh, I can't eat this, oh, I can't eat that. Just eat it. And that's what I did. I enjoyed myself. But then January came, and after eating my panettone from Salderiso, I went back to my food regimen, and I was just writing about that. And then Friday the 10th, it was my day off, and I went to town, and I had this picture taken of me at lunch, and it turned out so nice that I don't know about you, but when a picture turns out so nice, like this picture, I didn't even need to edit it. It came out so nice. And I decided to use it for my profile pictures of everything. Like I changed my WhatsApp picture, my Facebook picture, everything. So yes, and plus I like the fact that I really like this winter coat. It's a winter coat from Woolrich. I've had it for a few years now. And I like the fact that it has like a fur on the hood. So it gives you that little extra oomph, on your shoulders. I think it's very nice. And I had my hair straightened. And I was just looking at this picture because I like to admire myself. I don't know about you. And I thought, why this picture came out so nice? It's the blush. This is a blush from Makeup by Mario in Raspberry. Oh my god, I tell you, this blush looks so nice. And I love it. I love it so much. So yeah, enough talking about myself. But besides that, it was a very nice day because yes, it was cold, full on winter, but we just went to town. We went for a walk. I didn't even buy anything. I just wanted to be outdoors, and we actually ate outdoors, as you can see, and it was such a nice day. Then on the next day, I wrote this quote because evidently I had nothing to write about. So this is a quote from A Court of Mist and Fury, and it was a conversation between Feyre and Rizant. To the people who look at the stars and wish, to the stars who listen and the dreams that are answered. Such a nice quote. I'm telling you, I'm addicted on this series. It's bad. Right, then on the next day, Sunday, super cold. I stayed at home. And yes, I was saying how the day before my Nestum parcel arrived. And if you don't know Nestum is it's a sort of breakfast that you give to kids. And it's made of cereal. I'll put a picture. Anyway, I love Nestum, but it's very difficult, if not impossible, to get here. But luckily, I managed to find this website from Portugal that sells Nestum. It sells the Nestum, but not like the plain type. They have different varieties like biscuit and honey and things like that. So I guess the one that I kind of like is the biscuit flavor. So yes, I buy it in bulk, like 5 boxes a time. And I eat it obviously more in the winter, like the colder months. Then the next day, as you can see, there's a little bit of bleeding over here from the next page, and we're going to talk about that soon. Anyway, the next day, done. Why? Because, yes, I remember I booked on this day, by the way, I had like a call with my cousin, and we were talking about, the plans for the year. And we are going together to Rome in June. We're going for a concert. And I had to plan the transportation from our hotel to the stadium and back. and it also has to be like wheelchair accessible. So that was actually something that was also stressing me out for the past few weeks, because I was like, oh my God, what if I can't find, this transportation won't take us to the concert, or they won't come and pick us up, or it's just too many of us, because it will be like 7 people. So it's gonna be. I was like, I was making all like these mental movies in my head, but never so easy. I just called the company, and the company knows me already, because I call them every time I go to Rome, and they were like, yeah, sure, no problem. What time do you want us to come and pick you up? What time do you want to come to get you back to the hotel? Such an easy thing. Yes, pricey, definitely pricey, but I'm glad it's done. So I wrote that down, done. And then the next day I started the new series of Dubai Bling. It's the 3rd season. But let me just talk to you guys about the bleeding on the Hobonichi, which, as you can see, is not the best. The other day I was watching a video, or a journaling video, and this girl literally said that she abandoned her Hobonichi because she couldn't stand the bleeding. And I am not going to do that, but I can totally understand the frustration, because the bleeding, guys, gets to my nerves. I mean, yes, I know that the Hobonichi has this special page, this special like paper, and apparently this year the paper is even more thin than the previous years. But yeah, the bleeding is there, and the bleeding annoys me. I have to admit, it annoys me quite a bit. So I mean, obviously I did use these like strong colors, but I don't want to use pastels all the time. I mean, something like this, like, this pink won't bleed, obviously, but I want to use like my brighter, darker colors. But I have to remember that every time I use them, it will bleed on the next page. So yes, that's just something to put out there. If it's something that annoys you, the bleeding and the ghosting, think about it. I love the Hobonichi, but I wish there was less bleeding. like there's no other way of putting it. Anyway, season 3 of Dubai Bling. What can I say? It's complete trash, but I love a good trash reality show. Okay, I just love it. And this one in particular, I don't watch many, if not any at all. But Dubai Bling, I just like so much. I like watching their dynamics. Obviously, the ladies, the way they dress, the luxury. It's just another world, and I love it so much. And I like, they obviously show places of Dubai, which is a place that I've never been and I like to go. So it's nice. If you want trash, watch it. It's great. It's a show that you can watch, without too much of mental engagement. Then the next day, went to the office. Oh yes, this is another thing that's going to my nerves. When I go to the office, because I think I did say that we are doing renovations, they are doing renovations on the building. So we are currently working in containers. And when you work in a container, the temperature is not always ideal, because you put on the heating, and after a while, it's so hot, it feels like you're in the Sahara Desert. And you switch it off, you die of cold. You can see little penguins around you. So there's never a balance. There's never a part of the day in which you're like, oh, I'm comfortable. You go from hot to cold and then back to hot. So yes, it's quite annoying. Anyway, I mean, I just go to the office once a week, so I cannot complain. But I thought it was something nice to write about in the journal. And then over here, I was evidently getting very frustrated about the ghosting in the Hobonichi, so I did write ghosting overload, because, yeah, you can see a little bit of ghosting from the writings over here on the other page. It's there. And also this pen. This is the Uniball, the Jetstream Uniball. This pen in particular you can definitely see it throughout the page, the Lex page. So it's a pen that I don't think I'll be using much. The ballpoint pen, yes, it's not as black as the Jetstream, but it doesn't bleed, it doesn't do the ghosting, and I write so much better in it. So I don't know why I keep switching up pens. I should just stick to this one. This is my most favorite pen, and I think I'll just stick to it. Anyway, Friday, stress day. It was actually Friday 17th. Here in Italy, Friday 17th is like the, you know, unlucky number combination, like date number combination. So yes, I'm guessing I was stressed for work, obviously. Anyway, it was a Friday, thanks God. Then on the next day, we went to see The Lion King. We went out for lunch. And we had this, which is called pizzonte, which are like little fried mini pizzas. And on top, they put like prosciutto or cheese or whatever spread. It's just so delicious. I would just, and you usually like give it as appetizers. Although I would be content with just eating this. It's so delicious. And then we went to see, as I said, Mufasa, The Lion King. And we did a little bit of shopping because my sister came down for the weekend. That was nice. And then on the next day, Sunday, I switched off my mind, switched off everything. And we had these, like, my brother and my mother actually, they ordered these ravioli, homemade ravioli from a place near our house. And it was our first time ordering from this new place. And the ravioli were delicious. Can you see how like big and full they are? Like there's a lot of stuffing in here. Oh, so nice, so good. Then on Monday the 20th was Blue Monday. So apparently like the saddest day of the year, and I can totally relate to that. For me, January is like the saddest January is like the saddest month of the year. Like I hate it. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I finished Dubai Bling 3. And yeah, that's that. The next day, I finished reading A Court of Mist and Fury, 5 stars, obviously, Savan Sandir. And I'm writing how I'm loving this series and this genre so much. And then on the next day, I started the third book of the series, A Court of Wings and Ruins, which I think is the longest book in the series. It's like 700 plus pages. My comfort zone when it comes to when it comes to pages in a book, it's like 500. Anything more than 500, I resent it a little bit. But with this series, because I love it so much, I don't mind. Even if it's 1,000 pages, I don't mind. I'm actually sad when the book finishes. That's how much I love it. And then the next day, I wrote, oh, so unreliable. It was because I was waiting for an UPS parcel. It said it was going to be delivered on this day, and it didn't arrive. So, yes. UPS here where I live is not, like in my area, never respects the date of delivery. My favorite, I don't know if you have like a favorite courier, but for me, it's DHL. When I see that a parcel is being delivered by DHL, I am at peace because I know that everything will go smoothly. Anyway, what parcel am I talking about? Ta-da! Talking about my Louis Vuitton new Seekers. They arrived the next day, obviously. Anyway, it was Friday, my day off. We went to town, and this day was a very, very important day. You know why? Because I discovered this new Chinese place that sells bubble tea. I can't, like the original bubble tea with tapioca. Love it. I'm addicted to bubble tea. I could have, like, if somebody would give me a bubble tea right now, I would be the happiest person on earth. But I couldn't get it here in the area where I live. They sell bubble tea, but the little bubbles are like the fruit kind of bubbles that I don't like. I like tapioca bubbles. And I found this Chinese place near the station that sells bubble tea. And I was like, yes! So we went there, and in the picture you can see I was already like, I drank half the bubble tea before food actually arrived. I was so happy. And we had these like little shao mai. They had dim sum, like all different types of dim sum. I got this one because this one with the yellow thing is my favorite dim sum. I love it so much. And that's that. And then as you can see on these two pages, instead of washi tape, I sticked the ribbon of the Louis Vuitton parcel, Louis Vuitton and Murakami collaboration with the little symbols over here. I used like the simple glue tape, and I thought, I wonder if the ribbon will stick. It actually did. It sticked beautifully. So I'm very happy about that. And then this is the day in which I filmed the video, and this is the thumbnail of the video. I like to put the thumbnail of the video in my journal whenever I upload. And over here you can see like the ghosting of whatever I wrote the next day. As you can see, I was using bright blue and red, and it definitely shows over here. So yeah, not loving that. Anyway, the next day I wrote this quote because it was a Sunday, and I watched Wonka, and I love this quote from the movie. Every good thing in this world started with a dream. Hold on to yours. Willy Wonka's mom. Yeah, I just like this quote so much, so I decided to write it. And unfortunately, I chose colors that bleed. Because I don't know if you can see it, but it definitely shows. Anyway, yeah. Then on Monday, yes, because the day before my mother made cookies. White chocolate chip cookies. Oh my God, guys, I tell you, I had to refrain myself because I was like, oh, why did she make cookies when she knows I'm on a diet? But I don't care. I ate them. I ate more than one, and I love them so much. And then, I mean, actually, these are like from this week. Tuesday, as you can see, I had nothing to write. This is my first, like, almost semi-empty page. I just didn't know what to write. It was one of those days in which I was working from home. I had my physiotherapy in the afternoon. I played Nintendo, and that's it. I just had nothing to write. I could have put like a ton of deco and stickers and stuff, but I didn't feel like it because it was like, you know what? I have nothing to write. And I'm gonna say I have nothing to write. So that's what I did. The next day, office day, office and coffee. Because I love coffee, but I'm not a coffee drinker on a daily basis. Because when I drink coffee, I feel agitated and I don't sleep at night, unfortunately. Because if it was not for that, I would drink coffee like the whole day. I love the flavor of coffee. I love the aroma, the fragrance of coffee. I just love it. But I refrain from drinking coffee, except from when I go to the office. Because if I don't have some sort of stimulant when I go to the office, I will be dead. I'm already waking up so early. So yes, office day is coffee day for me. I drink more than one coffee. I cannot be bothered. And then this is yesterday. Yesterday I was in the evening. I was listening to music, and I decided to play my playlist of Coldplay. And I like Humankind is one of my favorite songs. And I wrote this quote from the song From Another Planet. They still call us Humankind. Humankind is one of my favorite songs. And Charlie Brown from Coldplay. I love it. And I was just writing about the concert because when I went to the concert last year, I wasn't doing like my expanded journaling experience. So I never really got the chance to journal about my experience of the concert. I love that concert so much. It's something I'll remember for my whole life. Anyway, I was listening to some music by Coldplay, and I started reminiscing that day in the stadium, the concert. It was so beautiful. And while we were waiting for the concert, we were going around the stadium, and my brother went to get something to drink and to eat, and I said, you know what, I don't want to queue, I'll wait for you here. So I was just waiting from him, and just people watching in particular, doing nothing really. I was just people watching, and there was this couple who came up to me, and they were not Italian, they were English. And I was thinking, you know, I guess people that didn't manage to go to the Coldplay concert in the UK, maybe they came to see them in Rome. Or maybe they loved them so much that they, they did the UK and Rome. I don't know. Anyway, they were not Italian. And he came up to me and he said, can I just tell you, you look amazing. And I was like, oh, thank you. I always wanted to cry. I thought that was so kind because I wasn't dressed like, in super glam for a concert. It was so hot. It was July 15th. I was already so happy to be at the concert. That was the cherry on top of the cake, really. It was such a kind thing to do. Anyway, and I just thought of writing because evidently I didn't have anything to write that day, and I thought of writing, reminiscing about last year. And then today is Friday, January 31st, so I still have to fill in this page. I will definitely be writing is the fact that I filmed this video. Right, guys, so that is that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this flip through. This is my first flip through in my Hobonichi, and I'm loving the whole experience, except for the weekly pages, which I still have to figure it out. But I won't abandon the weekly pages. I'm going to try to find a way to put something in those pages, something fun. We'll see. Anyway, thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. I hope you did. Subscribe to the channel if you're not. Subscribe to my Instagram if you're not. I will appreciate if you are subscribed to all my platforms. And until next time, bye-bye.